To set the stage for our discussion, let's break down North Mugirango's profile. With 5 wards and over 64, 0 registered voters, clan ties and education disparities heavily influence political alignments. What are the key factors shaping voter behavior in this constituency?
Great question. North Mugirango's wards like Bomwagamo, Itibo, and Ekerenyo are each distinct in their voter priorities. Clan loyalty often dictates local alliances, but we're also seeing a shift towards candidates with strong educational or reform credentials. For example, turnout in Ekerenyo consistently exceeds 70%, suggesting civic engagement is uneven but robust, where community networks are strongest.
That's fascinating. Given these dynamics, has the dominance of traditional parties waned, or do these social structures still reinforce established political loyalties?
While parties like UDA and ODM retain core followings, many voters now focus on individual track records, especially amid stalled development projects. The 2022 election saw a close race as more voters weighed tangible results over party symbols. This trend sets up a more competitive 2027, where personal credibility may outweigh party machinery.
Transitioning from context to candidates, Honorable Kennedy Mosongo stands out for his technocratic background and integrity. How has his administrative experience shaped his political appeal, especially after his strong 2022 showing?
Mosongo's tenure as clerk of Nyamira County Assembly gave him hands-on experience in governance. Think of him as a systems engineer for public institutions. Voters frustrated by stalled ECDE projects see him as a problem solver rather than a traditional politician. His vocal stance against voter importation also positioned him as a credible reformist, resonating particularly in Bomwagamo and Itibo.
But he finished second in 2022. What lessons might he draw from that near win to strengthen his 2027 campaign?
Finishing ahead of former MPs but just behind Joash Nyamoko proves Mosongo's strategy was effective, but perhaps too localized. For 2027, he'll need to expand beyond his strongholds and address youth. Apathy mobilizing first-time voters could be the game changer. His administrative track record could also serve as an antidote to the politics-as-usual narrative.
Let's pivot to coalition politics. Mosongo's recent appearance at a Matiangi rally, wearing a Jubilee party cap, has stirred speculation. What might be the strategic rationale behind this ambiguous move?
Mosongo's silence is a textbook example of political hedging. By not formally renouncing ODM, he keeps his nomination as insurance, while signaling openness to the Matiangi-led Jubilee bloc. It's like keeping one foot in each camp, maximizing leverage until coalition dynamics crystallize. This tactic is increasingly common in multi-party systems where alliances shift rapidly.
Could this ambiguity backfire? For instance, might ODM revoke his ticket, or could his perceived indecision erode support among core voters?
Both are real risks. ODM could interpret his actions as betrayal, leading to disqualification. On the flip side, voters wary of party hopping may question his loyalty. However, if Jubilee gains momentum in the region, especially with Fred Matiang'i's rising star, Mosongo could benefit from being an early adopter, much like politicians who joined the Orange Wave in 2007.
Building on that, let's analyze Mosongo's possible paths for 2027. What scenarios could play out depending on his party alignment, and what are the practical implications at ward level?
Scenario 1. Mosongo fully defects to Jubilee, gaining access to Matiang'i's national structure and potentially a broader campaign war chest. Scenario 2. He maintains strategic silence, preserving ODM ties, but risks backlash or ticket revocation. In either case, consolidating Itibo, Bomwagamo, and the swing Bokeira ward will be crucial since these command nearly half the constituency's votes.
Considering voter turnout and the estimated winning threshold of 0 votes, which campaign messages are most likely to tip the balance in his favor?
Framing himself as a reform candidate, emphasizing technocratic solutions, and aligning with the Matiangi coalition's homegrown presidency narrative could be decisive. Studies in Kenyan politics show that regions feeling marginalized respond strongly to credible local champions. If Mosongo can harness youth mobilization and present a clear break from the incumbent's record, he may ride the coalition wave straight to parliament.